Hello YouTube, I am Armoury Reviews 1, or Tom, and this is a Transformers review. I'm sorry this wasn't out in my normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like last week. Just again, week went really quickly, and I kind of lost track of time, and I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With Dan, who some of you will know from Skype Sundays. Today I have someone very special that, a lot of you probably have already watched reviews for because you were deciding whether to buy it or not. And I'm a little bit late with this, but whatever. Blitzwing. Springer. Springer. Not Blitzwing. Springer. Right. Along with the rest of the review that will go wrong, I've started off him in helicopter mode just because I think that's his central mode. It's easier to go from helicopter to car than to car to helicopter than to robot than it is to try and go sort of robot to car and so on. So yeah, this is his helicopter mode. It is really cool. And you've got your big bulky parts out here, which obviously aren't too realistic. Normally they're quite a lot thinner, but it looks awesome. It looks really bulky and looks good. You've got your quite a sort of Apache-like cockpit, although not really. Mainly just because of the split down the middle and this sort of angled nose section. This is it with the landing gear down, which is quite cool. You can fold it up. Actually quite stiff hinges for that one. That just goes up into there. Your tail section on top. Nice green and yellow. The gunmetal grey sort of. It's not. It doesn't look like grey plastic. It does look painted, although I imagine it is grey plastic. But it doesn't. It's not a boring grey. It's just dark enough to look like it fits well. Like it doesn't just look unpainted just because they didn't paint it. It looks unpainted because that's the colour they wanted it to be, which I like. Also like these fins out here and all that detail in there. The painted bits in there, very nice. The white just to break it up. It is very cool. So yeah, the rotors spin very freely. It's oh god. Really good how well they spin. And it's even got the little. It is actually for how it works, but those little bits under there are quite accurate to real helicopters, so looks very nice. So to get, one thing I'll also say, not too clear that it's a robot. You can tell if you know how it transforms, but it's quite nice under there. So actually no, I have nearly forgotten something. His gun. Now, you can fit it underneath. I would show you, but I don't really understand how it works. There's a little ridge there, and there's the gap there. And they do meant to slide in, but I find just sort of pressing it until it goes in and wiggling about is the best way, because I don't know actually how to do it properly. It just works sometimes. I will try to get it in. It does look really cool in. That's not going to happen. This is quite difficult. There we go. Just sort of press it in a bit. And there you have. Oh god. Got a bit droopy. There you have that, and I think that looks awesome. And you can. I'll show you the missile launcher later on, but you can pop those out to have more sort of cannon-like. Or put the missiles back in to have it slightly more machine gun looking. Which is really cool. I like it. Okay, so to transform, you want to take the gun off again. Put it off to the side. The rotor just pulls out everything's really nice and stiff on it, it's good. So we're going to go to car mode first, so this needs to go into its sword form. Now you'll see that the handle spins freely, or the hold handle and those spins freely. So this is a cool thing. You push the green section down as far as it will go, and you don't want this to spin, you want one of these parts to lock into the green bit. It's quite hard to show. If you press the green bit down and just spin the thing until it locks in, you'll find that then that's not going to happen. It doesn't happen too often. The press to the pegs and then it stays pretty free. So firmly, sorry. You just want to bring these up. And they don't peg together that way, they peg together forward and back. So you just want to close the teeth. They have a sword. It does not spin. Very nice piece of engineering. Put it off to the side with the gun. So now we get to this, to car mode. So you want to flick those so they are flat, and just swing them around as far as it'll go for now. Just sort of, it does a bit of the transformation that we need later. You want to take this section, fold it out as far as it'll go. Fold this section out as far as it'll go. And then you just want to fold it all out straight. Same on the other side, so you want to fold that out as far as it will go, and just fold it all out straight. Then what you want to do is take these yellow sections here, big bulky sections, and just push them forward until they lock into place. They'll tab in. Actually, you might want to not tab them in a moment, just have them all the way forward but out so nothing gets in the way. Now actually you want to unpeg this whole canopy, bring it all the way back, legs down a bit, and it will peg into place. Bring legs up as far as we'll go. You should have something a bit like that. Now you can push these into place. They will peg in. Then if you just push everything in, you should find the windows just about go into place. They don't really peg in like they're supposed to, but it works. You'll find that the fins just sort of sit underneath the car. Almost have the front. Just want to take this section, spin it around, push it in, reveals the wheel. Same on the other side. Just want to spin that around, push it in, reveals the other wheel. There you have it. There's the front done. Now for the back, you want to take this, spin it around, just keep spinning that around. It goes into place, spin around. Now you'll see that there is a tiny little hole there, and there's a tab in here which you can't see, but it's just sort of shuffle it around a bit. And you might have to bend bits of the leg, like bend the knees or bend where the hips are, to get everything to just fit into place, but it will go. You might have to push the foot down to get it to sit into place nicely, but it does all fit together quite nicely once you have it in the right position. Which can be quite difficult sometimes, but it does go. Just do the same with the other side, so bend that, oh god, focus gone a bit weird, in, just peg it into place. Hold everything flat. There you have the car mode, which although the canopy just doesn't fit together as well as it should, it does look very nice. Have these big green hubcaps which look very cool. Oh, and actually, if you pull the landing gear down a bit, there are some tabs in there and there's some holes here which do sort of go into place. I've seen other people have it done better than mine. it does go. And even if you can't peg it in, you can still wedge it in. And the sword just sits under there, which is cool. So yeah, that's the car mode. Very armoured, very beefy, quite Tumblr looking actually. If you were to take out this middle bit, you'd have a very Tumblr looking thing. I bet this would look really cool as Alpha Trion, with a big rag coming off the back, purple. Obviously the helicopter mode wouldn't fit, but this would. Now, this is cool. You can fit the gun on. Now, you can use that to fit in the same peg as the rotor did, and it spins around obviously, but it can also move up and down. There's a hinge on the handle so that you can move it up, which is cool. It's a very good addition that I probably didn't think of. There is also a hole in the front which you can put it in if you want to, depending on how you like it. I like the middle, but I don't put it in generally. One thing I also like is these green bits have the X's on as if they're like fuel tanks, which is cool. So now, as I said before, this is kind of this is not the intermediate mode. The other helicopter is. And you'll see, because from this to get it into robot mode, you practically have to go back through helicopter mode. I just want to show you that that is what you have to do basically. So you have to take sword off. You want to spin. I'll show you from here. It's easiest to see. Spin these around. Spin those around. Sort of just put those out to the side for now. Take the canopy, move it forward again, although break that down a little bit. Fold that up though. Actually, you can leave it down, it's fine. So you're not far off of helicopter mode here, but this is where you go to robot mode. So first of all, you grab the head in here, which is in the chest there. There are some tabs to grab it there. Now this is the difficult bit. You want to actually get the landing gear from inside the helmet, inside the chest cavity, out. Then you just want to. There's a certain point that you can close the head like that. There's a certain point where the head will go through the chest cavity. There you have the head. That allows you to plug these parts into the chest. Next, what you want to do is you want to fold those bits around like that. Fold the fist out. Then close that bit around. Have quite good looking forearm. So you just want to close that around, pull your fist out, push that around like that, fold that up, leave these down but sort of push them like that. You want to bring this whole arm forward, unfold the foot. From this side, line this up so it's sort of like a heel spur, and I like to bend the legs slightly, and I like to pull these out a bit as well because I quite like knee spurs. Now that's done. If you want a more G1 looking, oh also if you hold that bit the arm will come loose that is pegged in. So yeah, that is what you have if you want a more G1 looking Springer. But I like to push these up and out to have a more IDW looking Springer. I like that. So here I'll show you his face sculpt. Oh god, I'm gonna have to show you this a bit of an angle. Does have light piping, but don't care. Very, very cool. Mine does have, as you can see on this side, a little bit of extra plastic, which makes it hard to get through the chest cavity, but it's fine. This isn't on everyone's, and I know that. Although I'm not sure if it's on anyone else's at all. It might just be mine. So it's got the very iconic look, the very nice green and yellow. A bit white's a bit more prominent. You have a grey back, big fins on the arms. Looks very, very cool. Big back plate, but not very, one long back plate, which is quite nice. Even this bit looks a bit sort of mech sort of looking, you know, spiky and stuff. So you have his sword. Sword just goes into the hand like that, quite easily. Gun does the same. Like that. Very cool. Now, one cool thing about this is you can't accidentally fire this because you have to push quite hard because they are ball joint missiles, which I am very happy about. One other cool thing is if you take the sword out, use that peg there. It's a bit ridiculous, but it is cool. You can plug it into there and have a massive bayonet. Or you can just as easily plug it into the top of the gun and have another massive bayonet. Why not? Take these off. Now, remember you had that one? That is what's used now, because you can plug a gun in there. Some people like doing that, but I think that's too big. So you can plug it into that one, but gives it quite a big gap, although it does leave quite a nice look at the back, I think, quite subtle. Or you can fold it down a little bit. You know, that's not going any further than the rest of it, so it's fine. And have that, which is how I like it. I like having these at the back. This, then, if you don't want him to hold it, because you have that there, you can then plug that onto there and have it coming off of his back. Which I like. I like that a lot. Or if you really want to, like that, be a bit of a dodgem. So yeah, he is really, really cool. He's definitely the one to buy out the two if you can only buy one. Well, I still highly recommend Blitzwing for someone who's a shelf displayer or someone who just loves Blitzwing. This I recommend to anyone who collects classics or the Reveal the Classics Versations line, as I like to call it. You know, Reveal the Shield, Classics, Universe, Generations. Reveal the Classics Versations. Gotta call it that from now on, right? Yeah? Good. Yeah, he is awesome. He's a bit pricey. He's $32.99 on Kapow, but I think that's quite fair. You're getting that. I think that is slightly more than a normal Voyager from a shop, like if you go to an actual shop. But most other Voyagers are tiny, have no weight to them at all, and are generally quite bad, as most of them are prime. You didn't hear that, James. But yeah, I still recommend it. You know, you're either paying £32 for a really, really cool Voyager that has 2 alt modes, or you can pay like 20 quid or 25 quid or whatever for a deluxe, which is tiny, no plastic at all really, because there's really no generations at the moment. Yeah, that has one alt mode, and sometimes they're not even that good. So Springer is amazing. Paint apps, styling, even this is, you know, an amazing helicopter piece. It's just awesome. Springer, you need to have this. And if you're in the UK, Kapow has them. I think they're still in stock, I think, which is quite surprising. I pre-ordered mine because I didn't think they'd be in stock. Oh, you can also do that. That one, it all the way in, holds it out just enough so it misses everything. I think you can make him look just far enough up so you can. Oh, one thing I didn't get to, articulation. Ball joint head, ball joint shoulder. Yeah, it is on a swivel as well. Swivel elbow. Really tough ratchet elbow. Swivel wrist. You do also have inwards because of transformation, which is quite nice. You do have a waist swivel if you lift the back piece off slightly. Nah. I've heard people say it's not enough. That is definitely enough. You are not having him swivel his waist any more than that in a good pose. Then you have forward quite a lot, back quite a lot, out. Also, hear that? No ratchets. Don't put ratchets here, because like knee's fine, especially if you've got a lot of ratchets. But ratchets on the elbow hips either go there or there. If you're going to put them in, put them so they go in, or don't put them in at all, because this is good. It's stiff and it works. You got a really stiff swivel. This is one of the ones you can just pop the leg off, which is quite weird. I suppose stop motion's not going to use that. Just pops back on. Have a little bit here, which is getting stress marks. But you know. Oh no, sorry, that's not a stress mark, that's just a bit of plastic that's worn. A bit of like chip plastic. But yeah, you have that, but that's the transformation. Really nice. Nice knee. No ankle, but you do have the toe goes like that. The heel does that. So we can do that. That can move, and also you can move the whole foot back a bit because of that joint there. Quite a lot of articulation, awesome figure. Buy it. I will be back on Sunday with my Comic Cash. This month should be quite good. I'd also like to add, I won Ed's competition, at least one of the prizes from Ed's competition. Bumble Jumper 82, if you don't know, he's really funny, check him out. If you haven't seen the video, just wait until I get it. I'll do a video reviewing whatever he sends me. I know one of the bits that he showed on the camera, which is it's a BotShots Megatron launcher, which I'm quite excited for. But he said he put something else in there, so a little extra thing. MISP4 Max. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. So I can't wait for that. I will definitely do a video of that. So thank you for watching. Check out Bumble Jumper 82 because he's awesome for running that competition. And I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.